ISU judge Gene Semp.
In the women's technical program tonight, one of the 8 required elements is one that doesn't always stand out. And yet when it's performed well, it's beautiful to watch. It's the layback spin. It's not an easy spin for all skaters to do, and it takes a good deal of practice to achieve the flexibility needed to perform it well. The layback is performed either with the lady bending to the side, as seen here, or to the back, as shown here. Either are acceptable positions. However, the judges will reward the backwards bend as being more difficult. Judges look for the spin to be centered and rotating on one spot. The further backwards a skater bends with more arch in her back, the better. If the spin is secure, the arms can be used to develop musical highlights. By contrast, this layback position is inferior, with a back bend that's not well developed or defined. It's not clear if she's leaning to the side or to the back. The position in general is weak. In the technical program, 6 revolutions are required in the layback position. If a skater falls short of that, there's a deduction of 0.1 to 0.2 from the required elements mark. Natalie Krieg of Switzerland, one of the best spinners in the world, takes the layback position to its extreme, showing good speed and amazing flexibility in her back. The holding of her free leg is an option, and one that in this case further enhances her spinning position. The layback spin is one of the prettier elements in women's skating. When performed well, it transfers the emphasis from jumping technique to spinning technique and artistry. It should be obvious which skaters have taken the time to develop the flexibility to do this spin and to use it to enhance the grace and elegance of their own performance. Chris?
Gene will pay attention to the layback spin when we watch Tanya Szewczenko, the German champion, who is warming up. But right now, let's join Brian Williams with Susan Humphries.
Thank you, Chris. Susan, I know it was tough for you at the Olympics, but what a performance. What a performance here to put the Olympics behind you. Strong jumps, strong spins. Gene Semp was saying you have a wonderful run to your blades. Can you explain that?
I think that a lot of people have just told me that it's a natural ability that I have. It's almost like a dancer's blade. They have an extremely good run to their blade, and that's one thing that people have told me I have that some people don't.
Well, a very good glide. Now, you do have strength gained from off-ice conditioning. You do a lot of off-ice conditioning.
Yeah, I do weight training and biking and all sorts of things.
Well, Susan, a good opening night here. Good luck tomorrow.
Okay, thanks.
That is Susan Humphries. Let's go back to Chris Scott.
Well, thank you, Brian. Injuries have certainly taken their toll on this competition with the late withdrawal of Lu Chen. And here is Tanya Szewczenko, the talk of the morning. A nasty spill in practice. She landed on the ice and hurt her chin. You can see the bandage there. She slammed into the boards, hurt her arm, was carried off the ice, but here she is back to compete in the technical program, and she is a medal contender here.
Well, that was reminiscent of the collision that she had at the Olympic Games with Oksana Bayul before the event. A little tight on that double axel. Seems that every event we go to, something happens to Tanya.
Maybe it's in the name.
Good triple loop, double toe combination.
And as you watch her jump on your screen, she's generally moving from left to right, and she is a reverse jumper. And that is part of the reason she's involved in so many accidents, is that when she's on a practice session, when she's on a warm-up, she's moving in the opposite direction to the balance of the field that's out there.
is a very good example of the young, talented junior skaters that are starting to take over this ladies event. She walked into the World Championships last year, placed 7th for the first time. And now she may even have a shot at a medal.
And you know, Tanya Szewczenko feels a whole lot better now than she did in her practice this morning.
Here we take a look at her double axel. A little tight right there. You see it's actually over-rotated, and she has to push the landing through. Here we see her combination, triple loop, nice air position, rechecks, plants the toe, up into the double toe. Clean combination.
And we'll have her marks when we return.
Gotta make.
And we're back awaiting the required element marks. 5.3 below mark from the Canadian, Finnish, and Polish judges, up to 5.5s for the 16-year-old grade 10 student who was 6th at the Olympic Games, her coach, Peter Meyer. And now the artistic marks. And 9 first-place ordinals, so the bandage on the chin, but she was able to put it all back together, and a good technical program for Szewczenko.